ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुद्दीप्तं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। All of you know, Ashtanga Yoga is 8 steps or 8 limbs. Mini cancel. 8 limbs of yoga. 8 limbs, Anga, it's called as Ashtanga. Ashtanga means 8 limbs. Or you can say as 8 steps. Can you, all of you can you hear me? Yes. I don't know why Usha can't hear. So 8 steps. What are those 8 steps? Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. So everybody starts their yoga practice through asanas. Even he agrees. So how asana is the one which is more attractive, more than yamas, asana which is makes you, oh yeah, I want to do. So last conference we spoke how the yamas are also very important. Asana has asana nicha yavantyo jiva rashi. How many asanas are there? How many jiva rashis are there? That many asanas are there. That means how many jiva rashi means how many living beings are there? How many living beings are there? Shvetaja, Andaja, Udvija, Jarayaja. If you go deeper, there are lots of living beings under the water. If you go to the sea, there's lots of them. In fish itself, there are different kinds of millions of different kinds of fish. Lots of sharks, whales, octopus, squids. There are squid from small to a huge giant squid. See how many living beings are there. It is very important to understand nature here because many people, when I was going to forest, many students were asking, why are you going to the forest? Why do you like animals so much? So the asanas we have learned through seeing the nature. We have learned asana through all the animals which we have seen. Peacock, kurma, turtle. There's so many things. Matsya, kurma, fish is matsyasana. So like this we have learned asanas through nature. This you have to understand. So your connection towards the nature is very important to understand yoga, to understand how all these postures came. So many of the living beings doesn't exist now. It's all like Dandabhairundasana. There's one asana in advanced posture. I know many of the students, as soon as they hear Dandabhairundasana, there's a heart attack inside. It's really one of the toughest asanas in the whole, advanced A series. So there are different kinds of, there are lots of living being which comes out of the earth. It grows like plants also. They grow from the soil. So there is so many which comes from the soil. So there are so many living beings which come from egg. Here also from egg. It's not outside, but it's inside. Swetaja, Andaja, Udvija, Jarayaja. There's lots of germs, bacteria which are in your sweat also. So many living beings are there. When you say bacteria, don't get like our body is 50%, 55, 60%. It's all bacteria in our body. Do you know that? So there is so many good bacteria which we need for us to be alive. So there is so many things, so many living beings. So there is so many asana. Asana nicha yavantyo, yavantyo jiva rashiya. Jiva rashiya, how many living beings are there? That many asanas are there. Only Ishvara, or the Supreme, what we say, he knows all these asanas. And whatever asanas we practice, it has come from parampara. There are, as I know, there are 800 to 900 asanas. 800 to 900 asanas in this parampara. So yoga knowledge also, if you see, there is 100 years back, the last book what we can trace is Hatha Yoga Pratipika. Until then, there was no books at all. They used to say there is no practice manual. Have you seen anyone writing about asanas, how it should be done? Let's say, even 100 years back, even the Hatha Yoga Pratipika has few asanas only. It doesn't have complete, whatever we are practicing, it has to come through parampara. So this is the great example we can have, that how yoga should come from parampara. Parampara means from a lineage. Yoga should come from a lineage. Once you have devotion towards your guru, then he will transfer the knowledge to you. He will teach you all those asanas. So a yogi, a yoga practitioner should never refer any books, and you can refer the books, but you shouldn't practice asanas by watching videos or seeing any book. It has to come from a teacher to a student. That's a guru, not teacher. A guru. Guru is the one who's supreme teacher. His teacher means acharya. Acharya means a teacher. Acharya and a master, it's two different things. Many acharyas, they have only book knowledge. They don't have the complete knowledge. They have not done sadhana, in-depth sadhana, to understand, to go to the roots of yoga. So a guru is the one who has experienced this himself. To become a guru, he has to be a student. Overnight you can't become a guru. Overnight someone says, oh, I went to the forest, I went to Chamli Hills, suddenly I became something, everything became one, and I transformed myself. It doesn't happen like that. Without sadhana, it is impossible to experience yoga. It is my own personal experience. It needs lots of effort, devotion, dedication, determination. Many D's are there. Discipline. So these things are very important in your yoga practice. So this, to maintain what we say, to practice yoga, to practice asanas, you should maintain certain disciplines. For example, if you eat night times, you can't practice in the morning. I have told many students not to eat only one meal. If they have difficulty in Purmasana, then one meal. One meal, then you become upakrishatvam, vadane prasannata, nadasputatvam, nayanesu nirmale, arogatam, bindujaya, agnideepanam, nadi shuddhi, yoga lakshana. What are the qualities of yoga? Come inside.
I can hear it, but
Can't hear?
my hair is not good.
I don't want to see like that. Come here. Jump, come here. He's trying to take photo of you. It looks like he's in a prison. So.
You're in the business.
What are the yoga qualities? Upakrishatvam, lean body, or a slim waist. Vadane prasannata. As soon as you see, as soon as there is brightness. Nadasputatvam. When you are talking, it should be very fine, very good talk. It should be like a musical tune. The speech should be very clarity in your speech. And whatever you are talking, there should be lots of philosophical talk in that. Arogatam, importance of yoga. That's why this asana, the first step is there. To be healthy. Who is healthy? Fit. If there is no fitness, how can you sit in one place for many hours? If there is no flexibility in you, if there is no fitness in you, how can you sit for many hours in one? How can you still your body and mind? It is impossible. When there is struggle in your body, when you are not able to sit in, for example, can you sit in Padmasana for a long time? After some time, you have to remove it. Many students we see, Marichasnadi, they go. Even Garvapindasana, after Garvapindi, they want to remove it. That is why Yoga Sutra says, Sthira Sukha Asanam, asana, how asana should be. There should be stability in your asana. Sukha, you have to be more comfortable in the asana. That is how the asana should be. That is why we do so many asanas. When we do so many asanas, we develop flexibility in our body, flexibility, strength, stamina, and tolerance also. For example, if you want to do meditation in a harsh condition, you decide one day I want to go to the Himalayas and do meditation there. You will just think, oh, let's say not meditation, dhyana. Meditation here also you are doing. Dhyana, where you want to go and sit peacefully. In that weather, some people they like to close all the windows and they like to do yoga inside sauna. They like to do asanas. They think if you do asanas inside, then you'll get lots of flexibility within you. It is not true all the time. You can do in Himalayas also, you can do asanas. In a cold condition also you. For that there are some techniques. That is why this breathing technique, which allows you to generate internal energy and internal heat. So So in any condition, if you do that properly, in any condition you can do asanas. So asana, where I was. Asana has, there's so many asanas. This Ashtanga Yoga has, the Guruji has put in a proper way. Primary series, intermediate series, and then the advanced series. It is nicely laid out. You see there is connection between one asana to another asana. Slowly when we see, this is very systematically done. If you see other style of yoga, it's not systematically done. One day they will teach you 10 asanas. There is no connection between one asana to another asana. There is no series at all. One day you are doing this, next day you are doing some other asanas. How can you bring flexibility in one asana? How can you master in one asana? Can you bring perfection in one asana when you are not doing it every day? When we do every day, we can bring perfection in one asana. Now, how many of you can do Padkonasana properly? Tell me. With full knees down, full thighs down on the floor. How many of you can do? Not many of you can do. I see in the red class, everyone's like this. I think it's flat. It was here, someone was like this. And different, I don't know. Every time it takes me 2 weeks to correct you. Because you go different places, different teacher, they teach you differently, they give you lecture, oh, do like this, do like this. There's no perfection in asana. Someone says, some people have this, I think it's the biggest vyadi. Vyadi means, what is vyadi? Can anyone say what is vyadi? Disease is vyadi, or sickness. This is the biggest sickness is, they like to come and ask me, oh, what do you think about asana? What do you think about Baddha Konasana? Okay. I will say, see, Baddha Konasana is good for this, good for that, to open the hips. Okay. It's good for your urinary tract, for your lower abdomen, it's good to digest. Okay. They will get the answer. It's not done for them. They'll go to another teacher. They'll go to someone's workshop. They'll go and ask, oh, what do you think about Baddha Konasana? Oh, he says, yeah, you do. It's very good for your opening the hips. Then it will help you different asana. Okay. But Sharath told like this, What do you think about that? I don't know what he says. He might say, oh, don't go to Sharath, he's not good. So like this, we get confused with so many things. Someone will say, I'm teaching here, getting up at 12:30, taking my bath, doing my practice. I sleep only 3 hours, 4 hours every day. I'm putting so much effort just to teach you all the proper method, how it should be done. And next time you come, again we have to correct. Because you go different places. So this guy says one thing, that guy says one thing, this thing. Someone in Goa said, do like this. Oh, okay, do like that. That is what the last conference, one lady asked, how it should, which method do you think, who we should follow? One guru, he said, what the system we do, one system we should follow. Then the knowledge also will come to you properly. How many of you can have done vinyasa properly? We say, before, especially in Prasadita Padottanasana, Ekam. I've said only Ekam. They have gone already to prayer. Already in Trini. And you have to correct them. Come up. So that system, following the system is very important. Where to inhale, where to exhale is very important in your practice. That builds up, not only it gives you good health, it brings stability in the body, and you will get very good stamina also will be built by doing like that. Then you do for many, if you, this is my own personal, because when Guruji was teaching me, he used to teach me 3 hours of different asanas. I had to do this asana, and I had lots of time then. So, I used to feel tired, but in the end, doing all those asanas, you need stamina, you need strength. Now, how many of you, especially when I teach intermediate class, by the end of intermediate class, everyone is gone. One thing you have to remember is food is also very important. Especially some ladies, they think they lose their beauty, they will become overweight. That is why many students, they don't eat properly. You have to be very foreign. When you are practicing asanas like this, you should eat little solid food also. Solid food means you should eat rice, some millet. It's very important for your body because you are draining so much energy there. So if you become very weak, you won't have strength. So when you are practicing, you try to eat some rice. Solid food is also very important in our body. This doesn't apply for students who can't do Kurmasana. Chinese, I think. He looks Chinese, I don't know. He lives in US, I don't know. Yesterday I was teasing him, I can't say. Oh, there. I'm not going to leave him, I'm going to make him do Kurmasana. So the asanas has so many things. Many asanas are not recommended for women. Some asanas are not recommended for family person, male or female, doesn't matter. For family person, some asanas are not recommended. So these things you should understand. Someone teaches you, do this asana, you shouldn't do that. A teacher or a guru should have that knowledge, what they should teach this one, what should they teach to this person. So these kind of knowledge the guru should have. That is only comes through experience, not by writing book or reading book. That you have to be very careful. Some stubborn students, many times Guruji used to tell some ladies, don't do this asana, it's not good for you. You will have difficulty having babies. I said, oh, who wants to have a baby? Guruji, oh, Guruji. Sometimes they bring so much aggression, they bring so much pride, they think, oh, I can do. We should respect the body also. I'm strong, very adamant, I'm strong, I'm very loud, yeah, I'm Sharath choice. I'm the only one who has done all the series. I have practiced yoga for 26 years. That doesn't mean I can go and bang my head down the big rock. Break my head. Rock won't break my head. It's not true. First aham, they say, first you get rid of that aham, I, then the yoga will start. Then from there, the process of yoga starts when you dissolve this I. Prayatna is very important. Prayatna means effort is very important in a practice. So the asana also, you don't have to please anyone. You don't have to say, oh, I can do this asana, take some photos, put it on the internet, and put some posters, say, oh, I can do this asana, see, yeah, very good. If you do handstand, okay, yeah, you're a big yogi. If you can do kapotasana, oh, yeah. There was once many years he came. Many years he couldn't do kapotasana. Finally, I had to work with him for a long time. Finally, he got kapotasana. He took some photos, he never came back. Okay, he only came for kapotasana. That's it. He's enlightened now after kapotasana. If you see, there's so many funny stories. Many times it's enjoyment, many times it's learning also. See different mentalities. We call it as, in Hindi they call namuna. Namuna means everyone has some different qualities, different mentalities. Once they get authorized, oh, okay, yeah, I'm authorized. Oh, I'm just going to Mysore just to get authorized. Oh, I know everything. Yeah. How many vinyasa for Surya Namaskara? Oh, I don't know, but I know everything. Maybe 7, but I know everything. So asana, I want you to progress slowly, build up strength. That's why we don't teach intermediate until you get primary series. First you have to master that. If you dedicate for 5-6 years, definitely, if you stay steady and follow one method, definitely you can do it. How many students I've seen who are not able to do Dve position, they can't even do Padangusthasana properly, can't even hold their toes. They have finished primary series. They come every year, learn, follow one system. And definitely, you can do it. Just for adjustment, if you want to go, oh, I want to go there so that I get nice adjustment in the back. He puts somewhere and you will hurt, because not everyone knows how to. There are many certified teachers, they don't know how to adjust. That is why we have this program assisting in the class. We tell them, don't do like this, don't do like this, you do like that. And training students here. I'm doing every year, I try to do trainings for students how to adjust in the Kurmasana or even in Marichasana. All those things are very important. Slowly you will learn. If you follow those methods, you can teach very nicely and you can become a very good teacher. If you follow a certain, follow a system. So this is about asanas. If you have any question, ask me. I'll give you some time.
Hello. So something about pratyahara. So when I practice on the mat, and this practice gave me some tools in order to stay focused and turn my attention inward. As I move outside in society, and I'm always connect with people, and have to work, and have to have a computer, and all these things, and I have to bring maybe my kids to eat pizza or something. Of course, my senses are always stimulated. Last week, you were talking about different stages So it's maybe one of the last stages to move away from society in order to practice pratyahara properly, or do you have any suggestion?
Okay. Your question. My question is: have you gone through all these stages in your life? Have you gone through the stages in your life? No. Yeah, no. Your answer is no. It's already too late now. I've gone through these stages. Nothing will disturb you. There's nothing to do with your family or with yoga. Your yoga practice, if it is strong enough within you, it keeps happening all the time. If you are married or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So when you say what, first you have to have proper understanding of pratyahara. What is pratyahara? Can you explain me what is pratyahara?
Well, my understanding is withdrawal from the senses.
Which senses?
Well, external senses. For example, I don't know, stimulation from food or from.
See, this is the problem, because pratyahara itself you have not understood properly. What is pratyahara? Yadyat pashyati chakshubhyam tadatmeti bhave, yadyat shrunoti karnabhyam tadatmeti bhave. In your experience, whatever you see, it is divine. Whatever you see, it's divine. Everything is divine. Whatever you hear, it's divine. It's the sound of the, again I don't want to say God, and say it's supreme. It's divine. Whatever you see here is called as divine. So this is that experience. If you are married also you can experience. If you have kids also you can experience. If you go to forest also you can experience. If you go to samadhi also, if you go to last stage, sannyasa ashrama, there also you can experience. For that to happen, you should do a proper way. It should happen within you to experience pratyahara. Pratyahara is not that I can do, it happens within you. See, first you have to understand the 4 stages of 8 stages, 8 limbs of yoga. First, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, it's external exercise only. Pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, which happens within you. I've told this many times. It is not, I'll skip today. I just want to do pratyahara today. It's not like going to the restaurant and saying, oh, today I want to have only masala dosa. And after 2 days, you say, oh, today I like idli because my stomach is not good. You have 8 ingredients here, 8 dishes. Yama, today I'll have yama. Yama is enough. But yama is very difficult to follow, you see. But today I'll just do asanas. Tomorrow I'll go to samadhi. I ate too much yesterday. I couldn't digest, I'll go to samadhi. It's not like that. First you have to have understanding of each limb properly. How you practice, how you become stronger, how you develop this within you. That will lead you to this. If you are practicing ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha, shaucha, santosha, tapaswadya, ishvara pranidhana, and doing asanas with that. So these ingredients will lead you, take you to, which is next step? Pratyahara. Once the pratyahara grows strongly within you, that will lead you towards dharana. Then dharana is nothing but growing stronger within you. Pratyahara comes and goes, when it gets established strongly within you. I mean, it's like wearing the whole, all your senses, everything is becomes stronger in Pratyahara. That becomes Dharana. That grows stronger within you. Nothing will disturb you, external things, any external attachments, wantings will never disturb you. Then peacefully you can sit in Samadhi. Because external elements are not disturbing you. Nothing is disturbing you. So then when you are sitting peacefully in Samadhi, then everything becomes one. So it doesn't matter. Pratyahara can be practiced in any stages of your life. While eating pizza also you can experience. Happy with the answer? Practice. Now practice you have to do. First thing first basics of yoga is to be true to yourself, true to others. These fundamentals, if you correct within each one of us, correct this, the 50% of what yoga is, you will realize. 50% of it. Then this asana is another ingredient with that. Just one thing, you want to be a nice person or a bad person. You want to be a true person or an untrue person. Just question yourself. If you are a true person, many people will say, oh yeah, he's true. You don't have to ask them to bow to you. They will automatically come and bow to you. They will respect you. If you are not true person, what they will say? Oh, in front, they will say, this behind is an idiot. Oh, see him again. All this scold, they will scold you behind. People, they don't want to be with you. That's why when we were children, always they used to say, make good friends. 10 good friends are very good. One bad friend will spoil you for the rest of your life. So be careful. So while making friends also, you should be very careful. You're going there, someone calls you, oh come, come to my house. Once they see here foreigners, oh yeah, let's take them to my house. They'll offer you on the street, they'll say, oh come to my house. Tomorrow my sister's marriage, come and have food. Yeah, you'll go and have food. It's good, but you should know the person. So many times the sadhu sannyasis, they don't eat food in every house. It will disturb it is not because they don't like people. Sadhu sannyasis, if you see, they don't eat food, they do swayampaka, they do cook their own food. Why? Or mother has to cook for them. If he is married, only wife has to cook them. Once they cook food for you, they will cook it with good heart. When mother cooks food, she says, oh, my children, they should get nice nutrition. They should get good food for their own good growth. So like that she thinks and cooks. Wife also. The husband is cooking for wife also, it's the same. Oh, my wife, yeah, she should relish this food with good thoughts. That is called as bhavana. Bhavana means positive thought, very good thought. So that is also very important in your yoga practice. You can't just accept everything. That is very. That's why if someone gives something, we want to return it back with something else. So that is also very important in your yoga practice. Not to accept if someone gives, don't, oh yeah, beautiful. It's also you should try to avoid all these things.
Can I take photo?
No. I think there's lots of photos of you.
Sharath, when we're doing asana, our method is to focus on breath. What happens on days when you want to focus on your breath, but you find that you just want to focus on God and you just battle to bring more focus to your breath?
See, after certain number of years when you are practicing several years, the breath becomes automatic. Know what I mean? When you are doing Trikonasana, automatically your body is tuned, your breath is tuned, it automatically, because you don't have to concentrate too much on the breath. That is when you put your mind towards the divine. This is the higher stages of yoga. There is different stages also. If you see, first one becomes is your practice, you are struggling to get the asanas first. Then you are not concentrating on the posture that much. On the breathing. As I told you, when Marichasnadi is difficult to you, your focus is how to get Marichasnadi. For the first time you catch, you are not breathing for 5 times. Your breath is sharp and very quick. So first focus is how to get the asanas. Once you get the asanas, your teacher will say, relax, more relax. So I'm always saying, relax in the posture. Then once you are relaxed in the posture, your breathing also will change. You take more deeper breath, longer breath, more breaths. Then your breath becomes 5 breaths deep. So that is, now you are not struggling to do the posture because you've already got the flexibility. You know how the posture is, automatically go, Marichasnadi, catch breath, which was the second step, which was the second struggling was there with you. That is the breathing, which you couldn't do then. Now that also has come. What is next? Then you put your mind towards the divine. So this is what Yoga Sutra also says. Prayatna Shaitilya Ananta Samapatyabhyam. When there is no effort in this, then automatically your mind goes towards, it has to go. If you are a real yogi, if you are practicing to gain knowledge, then definitely it will go towards the divine. Then automatically your mind also will become very focused. Then it thinks about the divine. So that is how it should go in each asana. You can't just say, oh, Marichasana. Even, I don't say Marichasana, it's very difficult. Even Trikonasana, it can be Trikonasana. Even Surya Namaskara, first there is no coordination between, I told this last 2 conferences before. When you are doing the Surya Namaskara for the first time, there is no coordination between your posture and the breath. Where you have to inhale, you are exhaling. Where you have to exhale, you have to inhaling. So when that comes, Surya Namaskara, inhalation, exhalation, where properly when you do, then it becomes more easier. Okay? Think about it. Japanese, Chinese, Mexicans, Russian, Korean, Taiwanese. If you can't speak English very well, you can just ask the question, someone else will translate it for you.
I have a question about moon days. I'm confused because sometimes the full moon is in the morning, sometimes it's in late at night, and hours. How many hours before? How many hours after? Yeah.
Of course, you have to be confused because you never followed it in your life. Only when you start practicing yoga, you started following it. So it's not your fault. Moon days, everything, now all the scientists, all the astronomy, they are saying that everything came from the galaxy. Everything came from the stars. There was no water in this earth. Millions and millions of years back. It all came from the galaxy. Now they are saying we are all connected to the stars and planets. I just saw a documentary. They all said there was no life in earth. I don't know, many millions of years back. Slowly, one by one, started coming. Like that, we also came to this earth. And we all represent a star. We represent a planet. So there is whole solar system which is going, it affects our mind also. Sometimes if you see in astrology, there are some difficult times. In Hindi they call us Sade Sati. Sade Sati, when it comes, in 2, 3, 4 years, many bad things will happen for you. No matter whatever you do, it doesn't go. It's a time that all the stars, planets are changing. It doesn't stay in one place. So when this moon cycle also will change your own energy, your energy levels also will change. We are all part of this. And we are all depending on the moon, stars, moon, all the planets. So in astrology they will tell you that when these things come, your mind is very active. Mind goes crazy. If you see crazy people, they become very crazy, all those. So they lock them up in the house. Everyone is crazy. One or the other. Even I'm crazy, when you're all crazy, one or the other way. But some energy, there will be more energy on these moon days. So those energies, when you are practicing asanas, it might hurt your body, and mentally also it might damage you. The body might damage, or your mental state, stability you might lose. So that is why these days you should rest your body and just stay calm, do nothing, just relax. Don't make your mind too active on these days. It will affect your own body and mind. Once I didn't know, it was a full moon, new moon. I took oil bath. I didn't know. I think this Shala was not there. I just traveled and came to India. So there was lots of confusion with the own days. We traveled from US directly, so everything is changes. So that day, next day, my body was aching a little bit. I told my wife, okay, you put oil bath today. And she helps me when I'm taking oil bath. So I took 4 days, there was headache. I did not, there was moon day that day. 4 days I had a severe headache. It was paining from here. Then I realized, oh, that was a moon day. And in the olden days, if you see many old people, they never used to travel on moon days because of these energies which is dominating you. So that is the reason why you shouldn't practice. You might damage yourself, hurt yourself.
When we're in different countries, we have different time. Then when they will change, should we follow our own country when
Yeah,
they?
you have to wait for your own time. The time zones you have to check. And then, if you are following, I think Indian calendar says, then you compare that to your own time difference and follow that. Sometimes, usually, it is what, 24 hours? It will be there for 20 hours. So that you have to check. Whenever it is starting till, sometimes starting is very, very effective or very strong. So those you shouldn't practice. Today, if there is, from morning till evening, it is for 20 hours. And tomorrow morning, there is only for 3 hours. So then you can practice next day. But where the 20 hours is there, you shouldn't practice.
Can I ask my question in Spanish and I don't know if you can
Don't worry.
Quería preguntarle quiero hablar sobre el dolor que tenemos todos físicamente, porque es un tema que todos vivimos y padecemos. Llevo un mes y medio con dolor en la espalda y quería preguntarle si quiero preguntarle qué piensa sobre el dolor durante la práctica y el dolor que supone la práctica.
And she wants to know basically about the pain and stuff her practice. And like that she's been like she's had so much bad back. And she wants to know
Quiero saber qué piensa acerca de que tengamos tanto dolor.
what is
I understood you.
yeah. And
Yeah?
basically the pain we have to be like
Here there is no pain. Tell me. See, when we are practicing, you have to go through lots of pain. I know this because I think no one else has gone through pain how much I have gone. Each asana, new asana, new pain. And I had to do my own asana, then teach so many people again, next day I have to do asana. So there's lots of pain, there's lots of changes in your body which will happen. That is one thing. And wrong adjustment also will bring you pain. So the teacher who is teaching, he should be knowledgeable, he has to help. No, he has to study the body and know, he should know how to help. Because not everyone's body is same. Your body is different, her body is different, his body is different. So this is the research what I did. all these years how to study each student's body. If I help him without pain, always there will be some. You also have some lots of fear within you. For example, when you are practicing backbending, how many of you are very comfortable in backbending, doing backbending? Lift your hand. Comfortable? If you are comfortable, why are your whole body shaking? So sometimes when we have fear in the posture, then we won't breathe properly. Like that also many times you get pain. When the breath is not proper, then also there will be some muscle pain in the body. And someone adjusts you badly without knowledge how to adjust, then also you can get pain. So there are several reasons to get pain. But when the body is changing also, you get, for example, long back, 24 years back, when I restarted with my grandfather, he taught me Ekapada. I had so much pain here. Hamstring was paining, I couldn't walk. I had just bought this small scooter, I couldn't even start the scooter. I had to kick start. I used to ask my friend to kick start. And then I started putting some pain oil and I stopped walking. Many times when you are walking too much, all your hamstrings, knees, even all this leg will become very stiff if you walk too much. General walking, not in backbending walking, general walking. So your body becomes very stiff, all your muscles will become tight. Because I was doing, as I told you in the last conference, we used to go a bicycle from here to Kuknadi Lake and jog there. So all this hamstring, everything became very tight. And when I was smaller, I told you I had a rheumatic fever. So that's why my legs are very skinny. I think that's the reason. Because when I see my photo when I was young, when I was my Sambhav's age, my son's age, my legs were normal. Suddenly, I think when I had rheumatic fever, my legs became very weak because it had attacked my leg, attacked me. It had come to my knee, so I couldn't walk. And it goes to the hip, then it goes to the heart. I would have died if I had not gone. I was on time, went to the doctor and got treated. So there's many pains which will come when practicing asanas. Back pain will come. You should try to avoid walking too much. Don't go home and do all this stretching exercise. Someone teaches you, oh, do this, you'll get more flexible, do that, little pain will go. Someone is doing chiropractic, oh, that guy, yeah, he's very good. And he'll go and he'll do all massage. This will worsen, it'll get worse, your body will get worse, the pain will get worse, it won't heal. You have to give time for the body to heal. Body is very clever, it's clever than you. You know what I mean? If you rest your body, if you put some oil yourself, take oil bath every week. It's very important for a yoga practitioner to take oil bath. To put some oil, don't do this deep massage or that guy, this guy is very famous, have something, let's go and show. And he will tell something to worsen your pain. Just allow the body to heal itself. There will be lots of pain while doing asana practice. If you give time for just do your own normal practice, you can slow down in your practice and try to do maybe half primary and try to breathe more, concentrate on the breath and try to take deep breathing. Then definitely any injury can heal, cure. I mean, you can get rid of any injuries or any pain. This is the problem with many students. Someone plays outside when drinking coconut, they don't have any other work. Oh, I have it. Oh, yeah, this guy is beautiful. He looks very handsome. That doesn't mean you have to go and give all your money and massage. No, he will spoil your back. He will step on your back and all these crazy things. I never went. In 26 years, I never went to anyone to take massage or anything. Once I took massage in Africa, I couldn't get up for 4 days. I couldn't walk. Actually, my friend pushed me inside. He said, "Oh, we've done so many safaris in the vehicle." I used to do my own practice, so I never used to. I injured myself by lifting some students. My lower back, 4 years back, I couldn't move. Asana actually healed many things. Though I can do deep back bendings. If I do again, I'll get the pain, so I'm avoiding. But whole primary series actually cured me in many ways. It strengthened my legs, strengthened my back. Otherwise, was it possible to lift so many students having back pain? See, so many things will cure on its own. Don't get too this thing and go to someone. Someone tells you something, don't go and do that. Just allow, heal, put some. You take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Just put some oil. Take hot water bath. Weekly one, make it as a habit to take a hot water bath with oil. Put oil. Wait for 10 minutes. Take hot shower. That will remove many soreness in the body. And our body and joints, especially our joints, need lubricant. It should be lubricated. That's how it gets lubricated, by using oil. Lubrication is done when we put oil. That is why it's a traditional practice that every Sunday, if you go to someone's house, Indian house, everyone wears oil. Nowadays it's gone. In the old days, when we were children, if you go to someone's house on Sundays, you see the whole family is putting oil and sitting. And traditionally, they used to boil water. They used to put firewood and boil water and then take bath in that. It's all very good. And put some herbs, make your own steam room where you can sit. So this is all you have to take. You can take care of yourself. I never wanted anyone to touch my body, going to the massage and doing that. I never hated all this. In India, we don't allow anyone to touch our body. Not to do massage. Many students, they said, "Oh, come and do massage." I said, "No, like that." My chiropractor, yeah, but twist your spine. No. So you take oil bath 1-2 weeks, see how you feel. Don't walk too much. Anybody has pain? No pain, no gain. So I told this to one student, he made some bombs. No pain, no gain. Taiwanese bomb. He used to put everywhere, wherever you have pain.
If there is like a chronic pain, like say knees, is it okay to put oil on more than just on oil that day? After chronic?
Then you have to put medicated oil. You get in Ayurvedic store, you get. Old Shala? Old Shala. There is one place called Small market. I don't know. Many of you know. From Old Shala, if you come, there is one circle from the Old Shala. It's called as Mahatma Gandhi Circle, Mahatma Gandhi Road, which goes from the court, civil court. You know civil court? Here, you don't know?
Google Maps.
Or you can just drive university. If you go further, you'll get court, civil, Mysore civil court. Take left turn, it's like a divided road. It goes all the way down. You follow that road and you will reach one place. It's called small market. 101 Ganapati. Please ask 101 Ganapati. There is a small circle. Before reaching that circle, on the right side, there is one very, very old, very traditional Ayurvedic store. It's called S.N. Pandit. S.N. Pandit. He's like Guruji, like Krishnamacharya, you can say. Like from many generations, they've been doing this. It's very famous. So you go there and ask for Maha Narayan Tela. Maha Narayan Tela. It's very good. It's not homeopathic. It's Ayurvedic. It's all handmade. They do it in their house. It's called S.N. Pandit. Or maybe there is one Ayurvedic store, not this one. There's one more near Nalpak. Just directly opposite to Nalpak, there is a small triangular park. It's a very, very small teeny park. Next to that, there is one Ayurvedic store. You can ask there also. So oil is very important. You apply oil for everyone. If you have pain or not, make sure every week you have oil bath. That is very good to remove all the soreness from your body. And it lubricates your body. It's very important. Of the joints.
Would you suggest any kind of oil? What kind of oil would you suggest?
Just resist.
Oh, no, I thought that was the medicated one. I'm asking like once a week, the whole body. Like what kind of oil is this?
Castor oil is very good. It's very thick. It's difficult to remove sometimes. You should learn the process how to remove it. It's very important to applying is very easy. Removing is very difficult. So what you have to do is you have to take two different kinds of powder. One is called as Araku powder. Another one is soap nut powder. One is green, one is like a beige color. So half kg of this and half kg of this, both you have to put in a vessel and mix it and keep it in a box. And then whenever you want, you take 2 or 3 spoons, put some hot water and make it as a paste. Only this will remove castor oil. Traditional, it's very difficult, but once you know the process, it's easier. Then you have to, it's a mess. To take bath, it will be 1.5 hours. To clean the bathroom, it will be 1.5 hours. So 3 hours you have to spend. Even sesame oil is very good. Sesame oil, it's easy to remove. So you can use sesame oil, coconut oil. Almond oil is too expensive, but you can use that. If you are wealthy enough, you can use that. I'm not wealthy, so I use castor oil. Whichever oil you are using, try to heat it up a little bit. It should be a little more than warm. It's good. Actually, we have a festival also. In Navaratri, Navaratri is 9 nights. And the Rama, this history of Rama. Rama, when he kills all the demons, when he kills Ravana, so when all the evils are dead, then we have a celebration which comes, it was last month. It's called Navaratri. It's a big festival for 9 days. And Mysore has been celebrating this from many, 500, 600 years. It started in Vijayanagara, Hampi, and then it came to Mysore. In North India, it's a huge celebration. So this Navaratri, in that Navaratri, one day, it was not Navaratri, it was just last month was firecracker. Firecracker, this thing. That is also for to keep all the evils out. And the Rama, he destroyed Ravana. Then all the evils were dead. That was a celebration for that. Why we do lots of firecrackers? To keep the evils out. So then there is one day where it comes, it's called the oil bath day. We celebrate that. If you have not taken oil bath in the whole year, that day you have to take one oil bath. Just to purify yourself. I remember long back, it was in the old Shala. Guruji was talking like this in the conference. We had a small conference, means there were only 5, 6 people, 7 students. Maximum was 10. When there was 10, we were shocked. I said, oh, there are 10 students. Conference. And then one student asked the same question. How to apply, Guruji, how to apply castor oil? And he couldn't explain properly, so he said, oh, okay, put castor oil in there. Take bath. This lady, oh, Guruji told me, castor oil, take bath. She went. The next day there was holiday. It was Saturday. Saturdays, before we never used to teach on Saturdays. I had to change because of my children. Saturdays, she went in the morning, she put castor oil on her head. But she didn't know how to remove it. Because she didn't ask, Guruji didn't tell. She just asked, oh, what oil, Guruji? Oh, castor oil you put. She put castor oil. And then she came 4 o'clock in the evening. She came running to the Shala. My grandmother was there. Guruji had gone somewhere, I think. I don't know, maybe he was resting. She came, knocked the door. Oh, Guruji, where is Guruji? Where is Guruji? So my grandmother asked, what happened? Oh, I put this castor oil. Guruji told me to take oil bath. I put castor oil. I put 4 times soap. The castor oil is still there. My grandmother started laughing. She said, no soap. You have to use this one. And she went and brought her some this Arapu powder, soap and powder and Arapu powder. We always in our house we have a big box of this powder. Always now also we have a powder. Oil bath. I've made in my house. I've made a place just to have oil bath because it's very messy. So I and my wife, we thought, oh, we should have an oil bathroom. We are only oil bath. So we have castor oil, soap and powder. All stock is there for another 6 months. So my grandmother, she took some and gave it to her. She said, we put this water. She showed her how to do. She was able to remove the castor oil. So many funny stories. student, we told him he should, you need to put oil in, and he's put castor oil, and he's come to the practice. Trying to help him retreat us the power of stuff, he takes us. He was a Spanish guy, he didn't speak English that much. So that we have to, it's a Brahmin house, very traditional. We don't allow anyone in the kitchen or in the bathroom or everywhere in the house. So unfortunately, we couldn't give him a bath there. We told him some other Spanish who knew English, they wrote him for how to take oil bath. My voice is going too much down. This is the problem with nowadays in India also. Not everyone like to sit on the floor. Everyone wants to sit on nice couches. And in the olden days, up to when I was young also, we never had chairs. All our furniture was on the floor, that traditional mat. We had to sit on the floor. Then my grandfather brought nice cane furniture. Still we were used to sitting like this. I can't sit for a long time like this. I go some time. So by sitting like this, you can open your hips. That's why you see many Indians, the hips are very open. Though they have lots of stomach, but the hips are very open because, especially older people, they are very slim. See, they were so active. They were all sitting on the floor. They used to sit on the floor. They used to sleep on the floor without no mattress or nothing. So that's why they never used to get back pain. People who have back pain should sleep on the floor, flat like this. It will balance your back. Now they come, they say, "Oh, I'm not getting the richest thing. I can't do that." Because you didn't sit when you were young. You didn't sit on the floor. So make your children to sit on the floor. Let them sit on the floor and do homework. When they get old, their hips will be open. Don't put any furniture in their room. Or you also, when you are watching television or doing your work, sit on the floor. It's very good to open your hips. That's why when a student, I'm teasing all the students, don't sit there, sit on the floor. Your hips will open. I had one uncle. Uncle means like a grandfather. Guruji's relative. He came to the old shala, old house. We had house also in the front. He's from a village. He's never seen any furniture. He always slept on the floor, sit on the floor. Everything is on the floor. He came and said, "Oh, you have so many furniture in your house." There was only 3 actually. "Oh, you have so much furniture. You don't even sit on the floor." He was some village people, they will be surprised. No things are cheap.